by Fu He, who described Lo Shu, or Scroll of the River Lo, in 2800 BC. The first magic square looked different from the magic squares of today. It was a normal 3 by 3 magic square, but instead of numbers, there were patterns representing those corresponding numerals. And Fu He first saw this on the shell of a turtle by the river. And as you can see in the two pictures on the right, you can see the magic square on the back of the turtle, and then the magic square in square form, and with patterns instead of corresponding numerals. So what is a magic square in the first place? So magic squares are where the sum of the numbers in horizontal, vertical, and diagonal directions in a grid of numbers is same. So the most perfect magic square is one where even the sub-squares and corners add up to the same magic sum. So there's different types which are even, odd, and diagonal, with and without repeating numbers, are some of the types of magic squares. And a detailed explanation can be found in an old Sanskrit book, Ganita Kaumudi, on mathematics, written by an Indian mathematician named Narayana Pandit in the 1356 or 700 years ago. So here's some examples of magic squares. So we got a 3 by 3 simple magic square, which I'll get more into. An odd 5 by 5 magic square, I'll also get into that. And a most perfect magic square, meaning sub-squares and corners are equal to the same magic sum. And I will get over that too. So magic squares in India, where did they originate? The oldest magic squares were found carved in the Khajuraho temple, India, dating back to the 11th or 12th century. These squares were known as the most perfect magic squares. So you can see I have the picture on the left and then the translated version on the right. So different types of magic squares. There are infinite numbers of ways to create a magic square. The one that I'll be going over will be the Ramanujan magic square, the 4 by 4 Puragavati or horse move magic square, and the odd magic square. So let's start off with the Ramanujan magic square. The Ramanujan magic square was created by the mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan, who was a mathematician in the 1900s, and he made a bunch of theories. It is a pan-diagonal magic square that has his birthday on the first row of the square. So as you can see, I have a picture right here, and his birthday was the 22nd of December, 1887. You can see that's on the first row of the square. So now I'll be showing you how to make a Ramanujan magic square. To make a Ramanujan magic square, it's very simple. You can use anyone's birthday. I'll use mine to start off. So let's use, my birthday is January 16th, 2006. So I'm just going to insert my my birth date right here. So A would be 1, B would be 16, C would be 20, and G would be 6. And then for every square, there is a formula. So the first square is D plus 1. So in D, I insert 6, which is my D, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So you insert 7. And C minus 1, 20, so you get 19. Then B minus 3, 16, minus 3 is 13. Then A plus 3 is 1 plus 3 is 4. And then you get B minus 2, 16 minus 2 is 14. You get A plus 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. You get D plus 2, so 6 plus 2 is 8. C minus 2, 20 minus 2 is 18. C plus 1, which is 20 plus 1, so 21 will go here. D minus 1, so 6 minus 1, which is 5. A plus 1, so 1 plus 1, which is 2. And B minus 1, so 16 minus 1, which is 15. So as you can see here, I put these to track the sum, and as you can see, everything equals 43. So this is a pin diagonal magic square. because all the pan-diagonal magic square is not a most perfect magic square, but it just means that the diagonals also add up to, these two diagonals add up to 43, they will also add up to. So this is how to make a Ramanujan magic square. You can use your own birthday if you want, and you can, anyone's birthday if you can use. So that is the Ramanujan magic square. Now, the slope for the magic sum formula. So the formula for finding the magic sum is Sankalena Sutram Sapadaha Padvarvordham Rupadichayena Bhavati Sankalitam, which means pada meaning the number of terms denoted here by n, and then padavargo meaning n squared, and then ardham meaning half or divided by 2. So the formula is given as Sankalitam, which equals 1/2 times n squared plus n. Now the magic sum can be given as Sankalitam divided by square root of n, which is equal to 1/2 times n squared plus n divided by square root of n. Now the slope explaining the Sunagagati. So I will not be doing the slope here, but I will be showing you how to do it. So the explanation can be shown here. So a game like chess, the movement of the horse is right chess, and choose pairs of numbers in two adjacent cells and at an interval of one cell. By the method of the horse moving to the left and right, fill all cells. So this is the slope explaining Suragagati. Now the 4x4 Suragagati magic square. The Suragagati magic square, the type of 4x4 most perfect magic square. Suragagati means movement of the horse or knight in chess, like I said before. In DG or Suragagati magic square, the 1 and 2 have a horse movement, along with the 3 and 4, the 5 and the 6, the 7 and the 8, and so on to 16. So like odd to even in correspondence. So in Suragagati, you have used the formula n times n squared plus 1 divided by 2. Now we use a different formula in the magic sum you may think, but these two formulas are equal. So the formula 1/2 times n squared plus n over square root of n is equal to the formula shown here, n times n squared plus 1 over 2. So these both give you the same answer. So to find the sum of the rows, columns, and patterns, you can also divide that number by 2 to get the diagonal addition, and I'll talk about that more as I explain how to make them. So here's some examples of Suragagati magic squares. Suragagati magic squares are most perfect magic squares. As you can see, these are Suragagati, and I'll show you how to make Suragagati magic squares. So let's start off with you can put 1 anywhere in the magic square. So you put 1 here for now, and you just do Suragagati. So if you Suragagati, so 1 goes to 2 here because it's a Suragagati, meaning a horse movement, which is like this and like this. If you play chess, the horse moves up 1 and then to the left twice, or the right. So it could go here, here. I just chose here because you can do that. You can go anywhere. So then we use the formula the diagonal, which so if we do the formula here, which is n times n squared plus 1 divided by 2, n is equal to the dimensions of the square. So we have 4x4. So n goes 4. So if you do the math, you should get 34. Now, so 34 should be the sum of every single column, row, and diagonal, and box. So that, and now if you want the diagonal addition, meaning the skipping 1 square and going to the next square, these 2 squares should add up to 17 because 34 divided by 2 is 17. because a diagonal should be equal to 34 because its sum is 34 as we did the magic sum. So divide that by 2, it should equal 17. So these two boxes should have the sum of 17. So if this has to be 15 because 2 plus 15 is 17. So the magic sum here, the diagonal sum here would be 16 here because 1 plus 16 is 17. Now we use the method of where 2, 3, 5, and 9 have to be covering 16. Now, you may be thinking that 2 is next to 16. That's not possible. Well, if 16 was here, it would be. Imagine if it's a circle, it would go around to the next box here. So this is correct in the magic square. So we can put 3, 5, and 9 anywhere around 16. So I'll just put, let's say I'll just put 3 here, 9 here, and 5 here. Now we can use the diagonal addition to figure out our answer. So this would be 12, this would be 14, this would be 8. Now you can just find the addition to get 34. So I already have the sum here, which is 24 so far. You just add 10 here, so you get 34. Then there's also the corner should also add up to 34. So you should get 13 because 13 plus 8 plus 10 plus 3 is also 34. Then you can use 10 plus 15 plus 5, which is 30 here. So this is a 4. This says 23, so this has to be 34 minus 23, so 11. Then this square shows that it is, this square shows that it's, this box is 28, so 6 goes here. And then 7 would go here because it's the last remaining number you need. And if you look now, every single number is 34, meaning every row column, it's the most perfect magic square, meaning it has all the sums add up to 34. Here, now I'll talk about the odd magic squares. So this is the slope for the magic square, odd magic square. But I will not be showing this because I'll be explaining how to do it, and I'll just tell you the characteristics. So this means desired direction in the top cell. The first number of the sequence may be placed the opposite direction in the cell along the small diagonals. In the next cell is already filled with numbers. So let's start off. So odd number magic squares are magic squares with an odd dimension. In an odd numbered magic square, you also start with 1 in the middle of the top row. You then use the formula n plus 1 to add till 1 every time until you get to the bottom row vertically. Then you keep doing the diagonal. So we have 1 here. We have 1 here. So you start with 1 in the top row, middle, because 3 by 3, and then you plug in 3 because it's 3 by 3 dimension. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So you add 4 to 1, which is 5, then add 4 to 5, which is 9, and then do the diagonal to the top right. 1, so 2 would go down here, then 3 would go down here. And if a number is blocked, then you just put it below 3. So 4, 5, 6, and then this is blocked, so put 7 below, then 8 here, and then up, and then around 9 here. So this is how to do the odd numbers. So I'm going to show 5 by 5 this time. So you start with the 1 in the middle, top row. Then you use our formula n plus 1. So n plus 1 is the 5 by 5 dimension. So n is equal to 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So you add 6 to 1, which is 7. Add 6 to 7, which is 13. Add 6 to 13, which is 19. And then add 6 to 19, which is 25. Now you do the diagonal. So 2 would go here, circle around, 2 would go there. Then 3 would go there, diagonal, and then circle around. 4 would go here, 5 would go here, and then 6 would go here, and then 7's already there, so we can put 8 there, and then circle around. Then 9 goes there, 10 goes there, 11 goes there, 12 goes there, 14 goes there because 13 is already there, 15 goes there. You do the circle around, but we go to 11. That way we go to 11 because it's blocked. So you go 1 down, so 16 here, 17 here, 18 down here, then 19 is already there, so 20 here. And then this is blocked, so 21 below 20, then 22 here, circle around, 23 here, 24 here, 24 here, 24 here, and then you already got 25 here. So as you can see again, 65 is the base number here. So this is how to do the odd number magic square, and everything is equal to 65. So credits and references. So credits go to my teacher, Mrs. Swati Dave, and Professor K. Ramasubramaniam, whose lectures were inspiring. Then references are Ganita Kaumudi, written by Narayana Pandit, and various videos and articles found on the subject, including Professor K. Ramasubramaniam's teachings. Also, my mom also didn't want me to put her in the credits, but she also helped me, so I think she deserves some credits too. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ram. This was really good. Any comments, any suggestions? So he's our youngest presenter so far, and he's really enthusiastic about math. That's what I like about him, is he's really enthusiastic. And Ram, there are wonderful comments for you. Ken says excellent. Anna says wonderful, very nice. Kuldeep says everybody. Thank you so much. Very well done. So we will take a break now, and we will come back in 10 minutes if that's okay with everyone. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. We'll come back in 10 minutes.